Let's talk about love and romantic compatibility when it comes to dealing with someone who has Capricorn Sun Sign. But first, I want to make sure that you understand that when it comes to compatibility, information about the Sun Sign is useful, but let's not forget how important the role of the Moon Sign is. This is because in a relationship, you're basically dealing with two major aspects of a person: how they think about things and how they feel about things. Your sun sign is going to be much more of an indication of how you think about things, and your moon sign is going to be an indication of how you feel about things, because your moon sign is how you're wired emotionally. All relationships are going great until there's an issue. And when there's an issue and one person gets angry or emotional, you will be dealing with their moon sign. So we can't talk about the sun sign compatibility without talking about the moon sign compatibility. So because we need to address both of these major factors, we're going to take the sun sign, in the case of this video, Capricorn Sun Sign, and I'm going to give you the top 10 things you should know about dealing with a Capricorn with regard to romantic relationships. This top 10 list will be generally what you can expect with a Capricorn. Then we're going to take Capricorn Sun Sign and give a brief overview of what that Capricorn would be like depending on what element their moon sign is in. And now, the top 10 things you should know about dating a Capricorn. Number 10, security matters. They don't make decisions lightly, so if they're going to commit to a relationship, then a commitment with some clear rules in place is the way they will want to go. Number 9, they like to call the shots. They are a cardinal sign, so they prefer a partner that goes along with their agenda. They're open to compromise, but more than likely, they will be attracted to someone who is mostly on the same page that they are. Number 8, they are difficult to get to know. They are guarded, and it takes a bit of time to earn their trust. So if you're unsure about how they feel in the beginning, give it time, and as they get more comfortable with you, they will open up more. Number 7, they aren't too big on forgive and forget. They may be cool with the forgive part if you come with a good enough apology, but that forget part, they have a hard time with. If they see you as someone that can hurt them, they will pretty much see you as someone that could be a threat, and they will act accordingly. Number 6, they take responsibility very seriously. They like someone who is consistent, they like someone who is on time, because for them, time is money, and we know how they feel about money. So if you want to make a good impression with a Capricorn, be on time. Number 5, they are very private. If you're in a relationship with a Capricorn and you just so happen to get into an argument in public, they will very quickly make sure to keep it under wraps until the two of you are in a place they consider safe from the public eye. They aren't into putting their personal business on display to be judged by the public. Number 4, they are goal-oriented. A Capricorn always has a goal they're working towards. This goal will be very high on their priority list. So if you're in a relationship with them, being supportive of their goal goes a long way in terms of winning a connection with them. Also, understanding that they have to give a certain amount of energy to that goal in order to feel balanced and happy is important. Number 3, sex is important. Capricorns see a physical connection as a very important part of love. For them, one cannot exist without the other. Number 2, Capricorns are practical. Even when it comes to love, Capricorns look to build a strong partnership. So when they're considering a relationship, they make sure that they factor in how this relationship will fit into the overall picture of their life. And the number 1 thing you should know about dating a Capricorn is the best way to attract a Capricorn is to make them laugh. They usually are taking life pretty seriously, so when someone comes along that can lift their spirits, they instantly are intrigued and they want more. Now that we're clear on the top 10 things you need to know when dealing with a Capricorn Sun Sign, let's talk about the more detailed info regarding who this Capricorn will be depending on what element their moon sign is in. If you're dealing with a Capricorn that has fire moon, you're gonna have someone who's pretty ruthless on your hands. Capricorns tend to be calculated, so whether their moon is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, their emotions are dramatic but lacking in compassion. So they care, but not too much about how their actions affect other people if they feel like their action is important for their agenda. If you're dealing with a Capricorn that has air moon, you will have a conflicted Capricorn on your hands. Capricorns tend to be clear and decisive about what they want. So if their moon is Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, the tendency to be emotionally unsure will bring them an underlying feeling of insecurity that will cause them inner turmoil. If you can add a bit of grounded practicality to this Capricorn, they will be grateful and you'll be in their good graces. If you're dealing with a Capricorn that has Earth Moon, then pretty much what you see is what you get. They will be consistent, possibly workaholics, but overall very loyal to the people they feel they can trust, which is very few. If you're dealing with a Capricorn that has Water Moon, you'll be dealing with someone who takes things very seriously, like most Capricorns, but this particular Capricorn will be driven by how they feel about things as opposed to what makes the most practical sense. In a relationship, this Capricorn is intense, loving, caretaking, and very clear on what the requirements are for them to feel like the relationship is balanced. So if you happen to get in a relationship with a Capricorn that has Water Moon, there are many, many benefits, but there's also a lot of effort that goes into earning their love. Now in later videos, I'll go more into depth about navigating through a relationship with each individual version of Capricorn, meaning I'll take Capricorn Sun Sign and explain in detail what the relationship would be like with that Capricorn if they have each individual moon sign, like Capricorn with Aries Moon, Capricorn with Taurus Moon, etc. And I'll give you the best way to make the most of that relationship. It's also a good idea to check out my Zodiac compatibility video so you can get the basics and general rule of thumb when it comes to understanding if your sign is compatible with someone else's sign. So now that you have the basic sun sign and basic moon sign combination, you can look at the placement of your sun and moon and see if it works well with the sun sign and moon sign combination of the person that you're interested in or the person that you're with. You can see if you're the same element, which means you speak the same language, and if you don't, you can use this information as insight into how you can better understand their language, because remember, more than attraction, more than sexual compatibility, and more than just having things in common, the true key to a successful, lasting relationship is communication. And in order to communicate, we have to understand and embrace each other's language. If you like this video, give it a like, please subscribe. There's a lot more astrological information coming your way. Thanks for watching.